Hey guys, I'm Game Advisor, and today we'll be going over the Week 61 update for Icarus Weather Forecasting number 2. So let's go ahead and jump on into it. So what has actually changed within this update? Well, they basically just fixed some of the weather things and made it a little bit more balanced, so we'll just talk about each one. The weather will now generate one event per weather block. That means that you are now guaranteed to always have one event per block of weather forecasting, which you can see in the picture here in the middle of the screen. Weather blocks are also now longer, often twice as long or more, which again, you can see here on the screen. We don't have 7 or 8 blocks. We actually have, a little bit larger section of blocks. Just for context, you can see right here, if you see on the little middle of the screen here, it says within a weather block, one 5 to 9 minute weather event will usually occur. And you can see there's kind of like this gray square within this center block. That's what they're talking about. They're saying there will be one event within this larger square of about this size, and the larger squares mean that they're not going to happen as frequently. They've also reduced the frequency of weather events to a more reasonable and manageable amount, like we just talked about. They've made it so weather events are now picked again via the weighted list system rather than a rolling queue. So again, this is just more back-end stuff you don't need to worry about. The weather forecast has also been extended to 3 days instead of 2 in-game days, so you can see the weather a little bit further out. You can see that now right here. It says Icarus 3-day forecast instead of 2-day, and then it has reduced and rebalanced the severity of weather in various prospects. In other words, some of the prospects were getting pretty severe storms pretty early on, and it wasn't really balanced for some of the newer players. So if you were having trouble with it, don't worry, it seems like it's been dialed down. Aside from that, they basically just have a bunch of optimization things that I'm not really going to jump into. It's mostly back-end stuff, but hey, if it's something you care about, you can go ahead and read it for yourself and see if it's something that might have fixed an issue you were personally experiencing. They also talk about some stuff that's under development, and in this case, that's resources respawning. But to be honest with you, they don't give a whole lot of information on this, just that there's going to be some deployables that can respawn and things like that, and that they're working on it, and we'll probably see it in a future update. Either way, this isn't really something that we're going to address right now because we don't know what it's going to include and exactly what it's going to change, but just know that there may be some resource spawning changes here in the near future. Otherwise, guys, that's pretty much all there is to talk about outside of some bug fixes and optimization fixes. So with all that being said, I want to give a big shout out to our Platinum and Above channel members, which include Jonathan S., Caustic FPV, Gerald G., and Jim Phillips. If you guys want to become a channel member yourself, consider clicking that join button down below for more information. Otherwise, I'm Game Advisor, and I'll see you next time.